All right, you know, when no one was paying attention to this story, Charlie Gasparino was alone reporting this story, and it concerns Anthony Scaramucci and maybe a little bit of friction in the Trump White House and what's going on. He has some new details to add here. What the heck is happening?
Okay, so Anthony was going to get, he announced it himself, the public liaison job, a key job inside the Trump administration.
So that was not a creative position.
No,
that was like a Valerie Jarrett?
Valerie Jarrett had the job to deal with the business community. It was announced he was going to get that. From what we understand, what sources inside the Trump administration are telling us, and these are senior sources, that he is unlikely, all but not, going to get that job.
Why?
Because in order to take that job, he needed to sell Skybridge, his fund-of-funds company.
Which he did, right?
Which he did. That needs, at least this is what the White House is saying, that needs a lengthy ethics review. He's selling it to a privately held company, a Chinese privately held company, and that needs a lengthy review. It's going to take something like 30 days, or excuse me, 90 days to do, and they want to fill the job immediately. Now, we should point out that there's been a lot of talk, and we've reported this on your show yesterday and the last couple of days, about how Scaramucci's appointment was held up because of infighting within the Trump administration. He is seen as an ally of Steve Bannon, the senior advisor, and
Scaramucci,
yeah, who's vying for power with Reince Priebus, the chief of staff. I tell you, I was on the phone with senior people. I don't want to say who they were today. They're telling me this has nothing to do with that, that both Reince Priebus and Bannon are essentially in agreement that they need to fill that job to deal with the business community immediately, that someone else probably should get it.
Do you need Senate approval for this?
No, you don't. You need to be sworn in, though, and you need to be sworn in, and if you have a business, it needs to pass an ethics review, essentially, which is what Scaramucci is caught up in. So here's what we understand. Trump could always overrule what these guys want to do. The likelihood is he's not getting the job. There is a very good chance he's going to get an ambassadorship or some other job within the administration.
You need Senate approval for that?
You probably need it for the ambassadorship, right?
I have no idea.
I don't think so. I think you just need to...
But do you think they're using this company's sale as an excuse?
The impression I got is, listen, he sold the company. It's selling to a privately held Chinese company. There is, like, you know, there are more hoops to jump through as an administration official than even the president. Like, you see what's going on.
The president doesn't have any.
You see what's going on with Steve Mnuchin, the Treasury Secretary. They're holding that up based on his, business dealings. So that's what they got here, and they need to review it. And
where does Scaramucci go in the meantime? He's taking great trouble and effort to sell his company. So I guess that deal still would be on.
It would be on.
He just waits then for presumably some other position?
He waits, yeah. I mean, I don't, to be honest with you, I'm going to say this, and a lot of reporters won't say this, I don't know.
Really?
It's hard to say. Now, theoretically, Trump could come in and say, I want him. Just keep him on the side for 3 months until he gets to review.
You want a brilliant guy. I mean, whatever you think of it, he's a brilliant guy, and you want him around.
Full disclosure, friend of mine, known him for years. I helped him come here to Fox Business and start Wall Street Week, the show. That's a very popular show on Wall Street. It's on, I believe, Friday nights here on Fox Business.
Sure.
And a guy that everybody in the hedge fund business and Wall Street knows. He's a
good human being.
Great guy. He did great work for Trump. This is why he deserves something. I mean, the guy, when no one else believed in Trump, he was out there raising money for him.
That's right.
Okay. He went on TV and took slings and arrows like there's no tomorrow. He deserves something.
Well, I want to answer without being cynical, even though I know it's a cynical question. Do you really think that the sale and how he did it and to whom he did it of his company was the issue here?
Yeah. I'm not there.
Yeah.
I can only tell you what I'm getting from inside the place. And I'm also getting from inside the place that the battle between Priebus and Bannon is baloney. That, they see eye to eye on 90% of the issues. They deal with each other each day. They're myopically focused on getting people through and filling roles, including this one.
Right.
And that both of them are in agreement that this role needs to be filled quickly and obviously by somebody else.
All right. I didn't know that Valerie Jarrett role was so important.
Well, I think that's a different thing back then because Jarrett had this special relationship with Obama, but it is important.
And her own Secret Service.
And her own Secret Service. But this is important because it is the liaison with business people.
I hear you. All right. And you are a liaison with the Wall Street community, which is scary in and of itself. All right, Charlie Gasparino, thank you very, very much. There's no one better, guys. You want breaking news, you can wait with the other network and say, or catch it here right now.